What we're looking at right now is a loadout screen here for my character. I'm using the tactical armor in this level. This is a level called Trash Island. I picked the tactical armor because he has these turret upgrades that are super helpful. This armor class is basically focused on the use of turrets, which is something we really liked in 2017. Right now we have them tied to a specific armor class that uses them exclusively. You have mines, radar dishes like this one here, and then up here at the top I've got my standard sort of machine gun turrets. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this level and show you sort of what the turrets do and what this armor is capable of. So as you jump into a level, obviously bugs are going to come swarming at you from every angle. I'm going to hold my left trigger and press the X button here. That's going to go ahead and drop a machine gun turret, and then he can start taking out enemies while I work on some of them as well. So with Insect Armageddon, you know, the Earth Defense Force series has always been about having tons of bugs and tons of things that blow up, tons of destructibility, and it's just tons of non-stop action, and there's always something to shoot and always something trying to kill you. So you know, we really tried to keep that feel the same from the previous titles, and also sort of up the ante in terms of you know, the graphical capabilities, and also introducing some new things. You know, one of the things that we heard frequently was you know, about our achievement system in the previous game. So now we've you just saw a little achievement unlock right there. We've got 50 achievements and trophies this time around, and we feel like we sort of made some vast improvements there. In addition to that, we have, you know, 4 unlockable armor classes, over 300 weapons, you know, more than double if you count what we had in 2017, and just sort of trying to up the ante everywhere possible. This guy right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow up those turrets that I laid down by pressing the A button, and I will make my way over here to this lander that we're trying to recover and see what happens. So now we're running into some other nasty bad guys here. These are some of the level 1 or tier 1 spiders that you're going to fight in Insect Armageddon. The game has always been about big nasty bugs, tons of them, and you know, just kind of having a little bit of a gross out factor, and that's sort of intentional. This time around, I mean, we sort of, I think, made the bugs a little bit grosser than they were in the previous titles, and you know, just sort of cater to the Western audiences. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop a different turret right over here. I'm going to put down a radar turret, or a radar dish. That's going to sort of upgrade my little mini-map there to constantly show all the enemies instead of showing them only in a burst like they were before. So that's one thing that really helps if you have this guy in a squad when you're playing co-op online with your friends. Having that little radar dish right there drop down will really improve you guys' battle effectiveness. Another thing you could do, drop down a little plasma turret. So plasma turrets are great for fighting elite enemies. They're probably not going to be perfect for fighting these gunships that are flying around, but that's why I have this E-War grenade launcher, which will fire heat-seeking projectiles. You know, we have 6 different types of, 6 different weapon classes in EDF, but even sort of amongst those weapon classes, there's a lot of diversity. For example, I'm using a grenade launcher, but it's a grenade launcher that shoots off heat-seeking projectiles, so that it gives this guy sort of a little bit of an edge in you know, some fights where he needs to have the heat-seeking capabilities. When we reload, you're going to see that little line in the middle there. If you manage to hit it right on the dot like I just did there, it gives you a quick reload, which is really great for some of the higher tier weapons. In EDF, some of the weapons that do the biggest damage also take a long time to reload, and that's just to sort of offset the fact that everything has infinite ammo. So we really sort of decided to introduce that as a way to sort of mitigate that and make it a little more active, a little more fun, and a little less, you know, a little less tedious when you get to some of those really super powerful weapons. It's great just because it cuts your reload time in half, and sometimes the bar will be widened a little bit for different weapons. Another thing that's kind of cool about Insect Armageddon is introduction of revivals. So right now I've got these 2 guys running around with me, Kid and Old Man. They're AI bots, essentially. But if my friend is playing online and decides to jump into my game, he'll take one of their spots. So there's always 3 players, and the the game will dynamically balance depending on how many human players you have. So it'll get a little bit tougher if there's 3 humans as opposed to just one of them. We're going to fight a Hector right now. The plasma turret's a really good choice for the Hector. So I'm going to drop one of those here. Plasma turrets will send out, shoot less frequently but do a lot more damage. So they're not very effective versus some of the lighter, faster enemies, as they're a little bit tougher to hit. So these guys will help me out tremendously.